Hello Kaiju fans, welcome back to the Kaiju World Order. My name is MM, and Minus Zero teaser trailer has been dropped and it looks cool. Great stuff to talk about, great stuff to see here. So yeah, Minus Zero, we haven't had much information since before the general announcement, and the movie is actually right around the corner, coming in November. So yeah, the hype train has officially begun. There's some interesting things in this trailer. Let's just talk about the obvious here. The shot of Godzilla rising out of the water with spikes and everything on his shoulders. Yeah, memes aside, it's not Super Godzilla, obviously. So what could this be? Could it be Godzilla when he first regenerates coming up out of the water? Could he have been mutated even further, or is this what happens when, say, the US drops the big bombs on him? Who knows? I don't know yet. There is also another interesting shot with Godzilla walking behind the Statue of Liberty, and he is towering over it. Now, in Godzilla Minus Zero, or not Minus Zero, but Minus One, Godzilla stands at about 50 meters. The Statue of Liberty is over 100. So that would be a dramatic size increase if that is the actual Statue of Liberty that's in New York City. It could be a change in size just for the sake of a cool scene. The Godzilla series has done this before by having Godzilla and other monsters tower over, say, the Diet Building. But if it's not, it's also not a confirmation of New York either, because there were and still are other statues of the same exact look of the Statue of Liberty, but smaller, around the world, including in France, obviously. And I don't know every other one, but I know there's at least one in France. So maybe, is there any around Japan at that time? Maybe. It could be a dream sequence even. We do know that the US is involved in this somehow. We also know there's going to be English speaking scenes. So perhaps there was an American and he goes back to the US, Steve Martin style. He has PTSD, and just like the dude in the first movie, he starts dreaming, nightmaring, whatever, that Godzilla's back and he's coming to New York City. There's a lot of things that people are already hyping themselves up for. And I agree, the idea of Godzilla attacking 1940s New York is just mind-blowing. It would be so much more destructive just by the fact that buildings are so much taller. But that would also explain why they would increase Godzilla's size to what appears to be over 200 meters. If that is the actual Statue of Liberty, and if this is an actual scene of Godzilla attacking New York. The other interesting thing is there's a shot of the jet flying through what appears to be a bunch of debris floating in the air, connected by blue glowy bits. It's Ghidorah, alright? I'm 99.99% sure it's Ghidorah. It's most likely going to look like the ride Ghidorah from that Godzilla the Ride that was made before Minus One, which of course used the same design. So I'm iffy on that because I'm not a big fan of the ride Ghidorah. It's Cretaceous King Ghidorah plus Monsterverse Ghidorah. It's really what the design is. I don't care for the hands that are on the wings at all. I mean, I get it. I know why they did it, kind of like how bats can do it and pterodactyls. But just having hands like that can actually grasp, it just feels wrong for a King Ghidorah. And I'm not saying they shouldn't make a future Death Ghidorah or like an Emperor Ghidorah that might have arms along with wings and heads. There was some cool concept art back in the day for Death Ghidorah with that same concept. But for an actual King Ghidorah, I just don't like the idea. The wing walking itself, I understand for a CGI monster and being able to actually do that opposed to the fan wings, which obviously just look weird if you look at it as at a realistic perspective. It's kind of like, you don't see eagles walking around with their wings spread outward all the time, and the same thing with bats. So the wing walking makes sense. I just don't like the fact they put hands on the wings. If we do end up getting a, -2 or -3 or whatever another one is, I wouldn't be surprised to see Mechagodzilla in it, just if they're going this route, following the same monsters that are in the rides. It also makes me wonder where Rodan is. I was actually hoping Rodan would be the monster in this. It just could be a very easy meshing of the origins already, with Rodan being discovered in Japan and Godzilla returning, yada yada yada. But Ghidorah coming back, it's not a surprise. I've seen some people disappointed already if it is Ghidorah again, which I'm pretty sure it is, that Toho's using Ghidorah again. And listen, man, I get it. It's King Ghidorah. As Godzilla fans, it is kind of annoying that he is the go-to monster whenever there's like a big movie anymore. But you also have to understand that, yeah, Ghidorah came back in 2019, and it was big Hollywood Ghidorah. We actually haven't seen a true Godzilla versus King Ghidorah come out of Japan, out of Toho, since 2001. Alright? As far as I'm concerned, this is kind of like the Joker coming back in The Dark Knight after being away for so long since Jack Nicholson's Joker. Yeah, there was other ones in between, like the Mark Hamill Joker, but everybody wanted the actual movie Joker to come back. And that's kind of how I view this. Ghidorah is gonna obviously come back in any big movie Japan does with Godzilla, and he's fighting somebody. That's why I would not be surprised if the other big names of Toho, Rodan, Mechagodzilla, and even Mothra, pop up in the sequel if there is one. Hell, maybe Mothra pops up in this and we just don't know it. There's a lot of stuff going on in this that's being kept hush-hush, and I'm actually impressed because normally by now we get some fake bullshit leaks and script leaks and insider information that's just being thrown out there to fool everybody, which, I don't know, maybe that whole Ghidorah is the villain that has been the constant thing I've been being told is one of those fake things. Who knows? But anyway, Godzilla -1 teaser looks great, can't wait, comes out in November, and until next time, Kaiju fans, peace out. And yeah, Minya.
Godzilla says you should like and subscribe.